Hi friends. Now let us take up the training session 1 in our Python Feel Good web series. Actually, first concept, understanding computer program practically. Actually, what for you are attending this course for writing computer programs. That's why a computer program means you may have some idea whether it is correct or not, whether it is complete or incomplete, all that I do not know. That's why as the first concept I have taken this one, understanding computer program. Here everything I explain meticulously from real life, then I never have any confusion. That point you have to understand. Actually, our our task is writing computer programs. For that purpose, what is the essential prerequisite? We have to learn one of the programming languages. There are tens of programming languages in the programming world. For example, C, C++, Java, Python, R, JavaScript, Ruby, Perl, Shift, HTML. Like that, dozens of languages are there. Out of that, some are prominent. Now, in my Feel Good web series, now I am providing you three languages: C, Python, and Java. So, if you want, you study three also. Already explained about that. I don't want to distract. So, dozens of programming languages are there in the world. Out of that, some are very prominent languages. And so, if we have to write any programming language, a program, computer program, you must learn one of the programming languages. Now, we are going to write programs in Python. So, you should learn Python for this purpose. Okay. What for we have to write program? That is the next question. Every time you pose question and get answer. Pose question, get answer. Whenever you have a question, whenever you have a clarity over your question, question should be clear. Then 100% you get the answers. So if you don't get any question, there is no opportunity to get answer. Okay. Now, what for we have to write programs, computer programs. Computer programs are meant for achieving predefined task. In order to achieve some task, predefined task, not accidental task, we write computer programs. What are the predefined tasks? Few examples I give you. By that you can have a clarity. Preparing a student's marks report, preparing an employee's salary statement, preparing a worker's wage report, preparing a program to calculate areas of a room like floor area, four walls area, preparing price list of items, preparing cash bill of a superbazaar. All these are known. Why I am listing all these things, you know them. There are many other millions of things are there, but whatever I am listing, you can easily understand. So whatever I listed and all that, within 5 hours you are going to write those programs. You must understand that point. Okay. Now, how is the program? A program is a set of statements. Suppose this is the program. It is like a set of statements. These statements are known as instructions. Why these are called instructions? Just I am telling you with a real life example. I called my assistant and gave him a check. He knows what is the purpose. What is the purpose? He has to take the check to the bank and withdraw money and give it to me. That is the task. Without speaking also he can understand. Otherwise I give instruction to him. Withdraw money. I give the check. By that he is having intelligence. He is having mind. That's why he knows I need not tell everything. Which bank, which branch, how much amount, all that he knows. All the procedure he knows. Just by giving a check, withdraw money, he can understand. And here, two important things you have to understand. How he could understand my medium? I told him withdraw cash. This is English. He knows English. That's why he could understand. We have a common medium. Okay, that is a factor. Now you get a doubt. Why should we learn a computer language? Actually, computer's language is a binary, a different language. That's why it cannot understand our language, English or other Indian language. It cannot understand. That's why we have to communicate to computer in its language. It is having many languages. Out of that one language you have to choose, and in that only you have to give instruction. Now which language you have chosen? We have chosen Python language now. So in Python language only you have to give instruction to computer, then it will implement. That's why these statements are called instructions. And one more thing is there. This is very, very important point. Why people feel programming is difficult? Many students I know, they feel it is difficult because the reason is here common sense is very core. Many people do not have. If you have, I am not talking about intelligence, I am talking about common sense. If you have common sense, you very easily you can be evolved as a programmer. Already I told you, if you have three attributes, you will be evolved as a programmer. One is computer, second one is commitment. Without commitment, you never become a programmer. There is no room for by hearting. And the third one is common sense. Common sense is very core. If you are not intelligent also, don't worry about that. I am not intelligent, but I have ample common sense. Okay. Second point is very important. Actually, I gave one instruction to my student. What is the instruction? Encash the check. That's it. You could understand. But as far as computer is concerned, computer is a brainless machine. Brainless machine. It does not know our language, and it cannot analyze that. So how you have to give instructions? You have to give instructions meticulously. Just I list out. Don't worry about. Just understand that. Now one instruction only I gave to him. But for computer, how I have to give instructions? Take the check, go to bank, go to the counter, give the check, collect cash, count it, keep it safe, come to me and give it. 9 instructions you have to give, and that means you have to analyze that and dissect and give it in its language. That's why for that intelligence is not required, common sense is required. So that is the challenging task, having common sense, analyzing a task into a meticulous subtask. So far, I have explained theoretically. This type of explanation is continued and all that. Many students feel boring and there is some abstraction or something they cannot understand. That's why my style, I come to my style of teaching. Actually, I want to explain to you everything practically. So, what I told you, we write programs to achieve predefined tasks. What is predefined task? I want to show you. Now we see that. This is our predefined task. One of the predefined tasks, this program you are going to perform after 3 hours of your study. 3 hours of your study, you are going to this 50 plus lines program. Okay. Now our predefined task is like this. This every student knows that. I need not explain much. And this is a student's mark report. And here, what are the elements are there? Student name, student class number, student roll number, subject name. Subject names here, general name, triple A, triple B, triple C we give. Let I explain that. Thereafter, marks percentage, and thereafter total marks, average marks, all that we give, and we display it, we print it in a format, not dumping, print it in a format. This is our task. This is called predefined task. Okay, with reference to this predefined task only, you write programs. Already I told you, a program is nothing but set of statements. Those statements are called instructions because it instructs to the computer. Computer is like your assistant. It instructs your computer, and computer in turn perform your job. Ultimately, your task, this task is performed. That point you have to understand. Now, I show you the code. In order to achieve our predefined task, as I showed you, now we have to write the program. Now I am demonstrating the program here, entire program. You are going to write this program after 3 hours of your study. Only 3 hours of your study, you can write this program. Okay. Now just have a look. Don't bother about details and all that. Because if you have a look, okay, you can understand our program will be like this and all that. So you write this program and execute it, and then you get the result what you are expecting. Not only mark report, any task I give you gave you example like employee salary statement, wage report, price list, cash bill, etc. Yeah, whatever predefined task you want to get, you write a program, corresponding program you write. After having understanding over program, a general outline understanding, Now technically I want to explain one thing. Actually, what is the main task? I am calling it as predefined task. What is that? Marks report. This is our main task. Already I showed to you. Actually, in order to perform this, we have to write a program, and in program around 40 lines, 40 statements are there. Now, if you analyze that, you can find the subtask. To achieve this main task, you performed 4 subtasks that we have to identify. That is a matter of common sense, not intelligence. The first one is reading data. Reading data. Reading data means you have to enter data through keyboard. When you enter data, your program takes that data and stores it in a program computer memory. That process is called reading. Technically, reading means you have to understand. We enter data from keyboard, our program takes it and stores the data in the computer memory. Here, what is data? The mark report already have seen that. Here it is there. In that, what is data? Name of the student, class number, roll number, 3 subject names, marks in 3 subjects, total marks, average marks. Total 11 data items are there. Out of 11 data items, 9 data items you enter. 9 data items you enter. Thereafter, calculating total marks. Actually, here total marks also we put in the marks report. That you are not entering. Your program will calculate using a formula. What is the formula? Total marks is equal to marks 1 plus marks 2 plus marks 3. Like formula in arithmetic, it prepares. Second instruction is calculating total marks. Third instruction is calculating average marks. That is also there in your marks report. So that is one of the subtasks. Finally, what is that? Writing report. Writing report or printing report. Here reading, writing. Reading means taking data from keyboard. All the technical terms you understand. Whatever once we use and all, you make a notes of a small scribbling you write on that, and by it is a very good habit. Actually, this is writing. Writing means displaying on the monitor screen. I showed you that marks report is there, na? That is displayed on this thing. That is called writing, or otherwise simply called as printing. Printing means you may print, you may think differently. That's why I have written here writing. Printing, nothing wrong in that. Printing means displaying on the monitor screen. So, in order to achieve this main task, preparing and printing a marks report, how many subtasks you are performing? Reading data, you are entering 9 data items, thereafter calculating total marks using a formula, calculating average mark using a different formula, total marks by 3 or number of papers, you are getting it. Ultimately, you are writing the report in a format, not dumping all the 11 data items. You nicely format it and display that. So, if you perform 4 subtasks, your main task is performed. This point you have to understand. For performing every subtask, we write a set of statements. Now, already you have seen 40 lines program. 40 lines program, some statements are meant for this, some statements are for this, some statements are for this, some statements are for this. In this manner, you have to understand what is a computer program practically. You need not by heart anything. Otherwise, once again you watch, you make your notes. That is very important.